Good afternoon. Welcome. Come on in. Let me get to some banners here. Is it a banner? No, it's not a banner. Well, welcome you to Barbara's Stamp Pad on this sunny Sunday afternoon from San Antonio, Texas. Say that 5 times. So welcome. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. Today we're going to be doing a waterfall card. I've done one years ago, like literally years ago, when I first met Jennifer Cotton, and that was the only time I've ever done a waterfall card. So we're going to be doing one today, but we're also going to be doing it. I found, y'all know in the past, I've used some of Photoplay's card kits. Well, they're kits in general, between their brag books, accessories, folios. They also have a waterfall card kit, and I'm using that today. I wrote down measurements for myself for the future. This particular waterfall card is, like I said, it's its own kit. I know there's probably a glare there. There you go. It's its own kit. It has enough supplies in it to make 3 cards. So what I did is I did 1 card. So I made 1 card already, and I'll be using the second one to demonstrate with today. I'll show you all the pieces that it includes. And for the third one, I decided to use that as the prize for the end of the video. So if you watched last week's videos and you liked, commented, and shared, whether it was from Facebook or YouTube, you were entered. You'll be entered into that drawing, and we'll do that drawing next week. So that gives people time to watch the video for today. So, but that's the kit we're going to be using today, and I want to welcome you. So let me see who has joined us. Thank you for taking your time this Sunday afternoon. It is Donna. Hello, Donna. And thank you for sharing. So those of you that might be joining us live or watching the replay, when you like, comment, and share any of my videos, that gets you entered into weekly drawings. And when you share my videos, that puts you into a special drawing that we'll be doing today for the month of July. So all of the people that shared any of my videos in July, we'll be doing a gift certificate giveaway from Honeybee Stamps. I have found that giving gift certificates is the easiest and the most economical way to give a monthly prize. I used to do paper, but it's just easiest for me to email you your gift certificate code and let you choose what you want. And you can save them up. If you win multiples, you can save them up and use them towards a big purchase if you want to do that. But yeah, those are the prizes. And like I said, we'll be doing those drawings at the end. So first thing, if you are an August birthday baby, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, whatever day of the month it is. We are already 4 days into August, you guys. School in our area of San Antonio starts next week or the week after. Yeah, the week after. So in like a week and a half, school starts. So it'll be crazy because we live right across the street from the high school. And this behind us is an elementary school. And on the other side of the high school is another elementary school. So either way, we try to get here to our house or leave during those morning and afternoon hours. We're hitting probably anywhere between 1 to 3 school zones. So it can get a little crazy, but we just choose to go out and do our whatever we got to do after the lights go out on the school zone. So we know that we can, we're not going to be in any school traffic trying to get out of here. But Yeah, so that's just a little side story there. Also, don't forget the August birthday class kit to go using the Simple Vintage Linen Market. Everything's cut for you, die cut for you, embossed, punched, and it's even stamped. So all you have to do is literally assemble your birthday cards, and there are 4 cards. It is $12.50 plus shipping and handling, which I think is like another $5.50. But if you are looking for some handmade cards and all you want to do is assemble them, then the class kit to go is the way to go. So take a look at those. I didn't put the link in the event description, so I'll have to go back and add it in there. But you can also go back to last week's class for Sunday, because that's what I demonstrated, and it'll be in there as well. So let's see. Let's go ahead and let's flip this camera. There we go. And just so you can see the class kit from last week, these are the 4 cards that you will be making. And like I said, everything is already cut for you, die cut for you, includes all the papers, including your little enamel dots that coordinate with the Simple Vintage Linen Market paper collection. On this one, I used the 6x8 paper pad. And for the project that we're doing today, I'm using more paper from the paper pad. What did I do with that? Did I put that up already? Nope, I have it right here. This paper pad right here. Now, in my blog link, which I've already posted, you'll see the supplies that I used for today. And the link for this, everything, I was able to find everything off craftdirect.com. And when you go to craftdirect.com, you can create your own account and earn some crafty points from them. So if you see what you like today, go to craftdirect.com. They are literally the cheapest that I have found when doing my research of some of the things that I use almost every single day. Okay, so everything I've used today, you can get from, well, there's a couple of things, and I'll point those out, but everything between the paper, the kit, the Doodlebug white twine, and on the paper link, you're going to see a lot of other coordinating projects that Simple Stories did with their Simple Vintage Linen Market collection. There are so much to choose from, so it was very, very hard to narrow down what to do with the waterfall card. But this is the kit, okay? And let me show you the pieces that come with it. With this particular kit, this is something that as you are assembling it, which, by the way, in Photoplay's packaging, when you open it, you will see the instructions. They are very step oriented. So step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to basically the end. With this particular project, with their folios, you can put the folio together and then decorate it. With this particular waterfall card assembly, this is something that you have to assemble and decorate pretty much as you go along. Okay. So we're going to be doing that today. We're going to be putting together one of the cards, and then the third card that comes in it, we're going to be using that as a prize. So the first thing we're going to do is we have our card base. And the good thing is, I know you can see right there in the middle, this particular card kit is already cut and scored for you. There was one little section where I had to do a cut, and it's because they give you a much larger piece in your kit, and you cut it in half, and then you're going to end up having like a spare piece, basically. Okay. Oh, let me show you my finished project. Hold on before we go in there. This is my finished waterfall card using the Simple Vintage Linen Market, and on the inside I just decorated it with some of the paper. I was using scraps. I was trying to get the best use out of scraps. Now, today's card's not going to look exactly like it because there's so many different pieces that are part of this collection. But there is your waterfall card. And because I haven't made one in a really long time, I know what to do on here because there's a few little areas where if you're not paying attention, your waterfall card part will stick. But I did use an eyelet right here just to help pull. And when you go to pull your waterfall, it just kind of fans out like that. Now, I did not decorate purposely these little inside pieces, but if you're doing this card, you can do this. You can decorate those little pieces so that you don't see that white behind it. Now, when you go to close it, the problem I ran into is I should have extended my paper a little more past that little fold because originally it was catching. Now I did go back and put some paper in there, but there's still that little gap. Washi tape probably would have been the best, but what I did is in order to close it, I just had to turn it a little bit to its side in order to get it back in its original position. That's it. So when I'm doing this one, I have to pay attention to that particular piece so that when I pull this down, it just seamlessly slides open and close. It doesn't catch on anything. So that's the one thing that you have to pay attention when you're actually decorating your card. Okay, so that was my version. I used a lot of little pieces and I'll show you the pieces that I used. And like I said, today's card is going to be a little bit different just because I'll be using some different pieces. Let me pull this down just a little bit more so you can get a closer view of what I am doing here. Now, what I'm doing first is I'm going to start out with a piece of blue cardstock, and I'm still using the close to my heart cardstock. So one side is lighter and one side is darker, and I really like that darker side. So let's get some glue on here. This piece is going to cover the entire front of the card. So covering the whole front is completely optional. If you wanted to keep it like a standard card and do the front where it's basically your 4 by 5 1/4 and leave a little bit of white around it. I think my card's a little crooked. That's why you see a little bit of white at the top, but that's okay. All right, so we're basically covering the entire front of our card, and I decided to use this paper. Now, this piece of paper is part of this piece of paper that I used. It just happens to be the top part of the paper, but I used another sheet because the other one I used some pieces for scraps. Okay, but on this one, I wanted to put a butterfly up at the top. I thought that looked really, really cute. We're going to see if that works. But I also cut it down 1/8 of an inch. That way you could see a little bit of that blue around the edge all the way around. Okay, so I purposely did cut it where you could see a little bit of that blue. And we're going to put that right in the center. I have to be quick with this glue so you can see some of that blue or all the way around, just like that. Okay, now this is where you have to start paying attention to where you're putting your paper. And for this one, I don't want to cover up the butterfly. So I'm going to put this piece over here on this side, but I'm not going to put it so close to the edge because that's where it's going to be setting. You want your waterfall when it's in the middle to be able to slide past that, not compete with a paper edge. Okay, now how I'm decorating it is totally optional. Okay, that's the best part about this card kit is you can decorate it however you want to decorate it. So I'm going to put this more towards here and leave it a really good gap from my edge and just go all the way down. If it's a little bit too much at the end, I will trim this little piece off. But my point is, when this is in the center, you can see how it overlaps. You don't want it competing with that edge. And that's the problem I did over here. It still works, but it can be so much more smooth. Okay. Now, we're still decorating the front. Okay. So it's not, everything I'm doing here is not part of the waterfall. So get creative with what you're going to be able to see all the way around your waterfall. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I have, well, originally I had chosen it for this side, but now since I flipped it around, let's see. What I'm using is the cardstock die cut ephemera bits and pieces that you can get. And so I'm going to go back through and look for something that looks a little, I don't know, that looks a little bit better, because I'm going to have to cut it in half. I'm not putting the whole thing down because the waterfall is going to be pretty much covering it. Oh, let's use the bingo. Let's use the bingo card. And let me cut this in half, because basically if I cut it in half, you're only going to be seeing half of it anyway. And I can use the other half peeking out of something else. Hopefully that makes sense. That way I can put that piece to use. Now this little bingo piece is just going to kind of hang out sideways, like it'll be peeking out of the waterfall piece once we assemble that. So get some glue on that, and we're going to be creative. It also helps with just filling up a lot of this kind of empty space, and it's just part of decorating. Okay, so that's the only piece, those are the only two pieces I'm going to put down other than that piece right there, because next we need to put the little strip of paper that's going to go across, but I've already cut a piece of, oh, you know what I didn't do on that? I didn't sponge the edge, but I'm going to sponge the edge here. Okay, but I did cut a piece to go across there. It's a scrap piece, which is nice. So we can use up some scrap pieces on these smaller cuts. And we're just going to put that right in the center from one end to the other. I like how this scrap piece also has a little bit of color in it, little lines that coordinate with some of the yellow that's up there. Okay, now these are some things that you're not going to be able to get anymore unless you already have. With this paper, I'm using the Close to My Heart ink Periwinkle. I don't know. It seemed to be the best one that coordinated. And what I'm going to do is just go around the edges with my sponge dauber. You can also use a sponge. I like the sponge daubers because they fit perfect in my hand. Okay, and that just gives a little extra color and distresses it a little bit around the edge. Okay, just something really, really simple. Now we want to put this piece down, but we want to put it down. I'm going to kind of gauge it a little bit. We want to put it down about right there. Let me line up my other card because I didn't actually measure. And when we go to put this down, we're only going to put adhesive on the edges because the waterfall piece, we want that to slide down right through the middle. Okay, so let's get some. For this, we can get away with this glue because this glue is very, very strong once it's down. So I'm going to make sure I get glue on the whole edge. Alternatively, you can also use some seriously sticky double-sided tape if you want to pull that out. So let me line this back up a little bit and get it. This goes right in the center. Okay, and just give it a little pressure. That glue is going to dry really, really quick. And that's the only thing I need to line that up for. Does that look straight? Okay, it'll work. All right. So while that's setting, what do we have next? Let's see. We have our little waterfall piece. We can start working on this. This is what comes in your kit. And as you can see, it's already folded in half from the kit, but there's also some score marks that are in there. And we need to fold those down. Okay, so go ahead and fold those down. If you want, you can use your bone folder to help burnish that edge. Oh, it's nice and crisp there. Okay, so now you have your little waterfall piece that's already pre-scored for you. You just put those down. Now, before we go putting that in there, we're going to decorate this piece. We're at least going to decorate the inside. And right here, this is the problem where I ran into when it comes to going through. So we want to make sure. I had already cut this piece. So, but what I'm going to do is I have another scrap piece right here. And I need to cut that. I'm sure I had a smaller piece somewhere else, but I'm going to cut it. I like this little piece, and it needs to be a couple of inches wide. So let's cut this down. And then, oops, sorry about that. I want to score this down. Let's score this like that. No particular inches to score. It's just I needed to put something down. So I'm going to fold that. This is going to go right in that crease so that when it goes to, you can also use washi tape. Washi tape's probably a lot faster than this, but if you have a scrap piece of paper, even if it's cardstock, you can use that as well. Okay. So what we want to do is I'm going to put this down on exactly on that score line. Let me do that number. And then I'm going to close that. Okay. What's it going to do? Is that going to work? We're going to find out. We're going to find out. And then this piece of paper that I cut for the inside, we're going to put right on the inside. It's going to cover that whole piece. Okay, so let's get some glue on that. Kind of hard to see that glue, but it's coming out. All right, so let's put this and cover that whole inside piece. Let me scooch that over a little bit. Put it down to the left. There we go. Okay, and then that's going to be tough. I want to make sure that folds easily. So let me burnish that a little bit more. Yeah, washi tape probably would have been better, but I don't remember if I saw washi tape with this paper. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong, but I just put a little, I just basically extended that paper over that score line so that when it goes down, it doesn't catch like on my card. Okay. So let's go ahead and put this down in there. Goes right down the middle. And I'm doing that so that I can kind of gauge where I need to put the hole, because we are going to be using an eyelet. I thought because it's being pulled a lot that probably an eyelet would be best to put there, and it kind of gives it that little extra appearance of like a nice finished edge, right? Okay, so I'm just going to use my crocodile, and I'm going to have to stand up to do this so I can see what I'm doing, because I want to get that right in the middle, but I don't want it so close to the edge that it interferes with anything else. So we've got a hole there. And then we're going to pull, let's see. Let's pull one of the darker eyelets. I think that's what I used. Okay, and then I'm still standing up, and then we're going to put that eyelet through the center I can grab it. There we go. And then my crocodile's already on that setting. We're going to get that down in there. And I have to stand up in order to set it. Put that. Okay, now I can sit back down. All right. So now I have an eyelet setting. You can see it's nice and easy on the back. And let's go ahead and put our piece of twine through there. And this is where our doodlebug white twine comes in. And I'm just going to use, I'm going to use a 7-inch strip, but if I need to at the end, we can cut it down. Okay. So what I'm going to do to make sure that it sticks in there, if you have another size ribbon that's not too thick, you can also use it on here as well. So we're going to string it through the back. So those two ends, I fold that piece, and this piece that I'm bringing through, I'm going to loop through the loop that helps secure it. And I'm going to pull it, and then what's left, I'm going to tie just one knot, and that'll really help secure that end there. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it unraveling. And I'm just going to leave that length alone. Okay, and then let's slide that down in there, and then we can finish putting putting my foot up underneath my desk. All right, so this is where we need to line up where we're going to set this piece down right here, because this top piece is going to connect to this piece, the front of this right here. Okay, but we want to make sure that it's not so low and it's not so high. So you want to line it up to where that edge is right there. So what we're going to do is we are going to put some, I'm going to use my double-sided tape. We're getting ready to use several pieces of the double-sided tape. Okay, so let's just get a piece. You can also use glue. Can't remember, what did I use? I'm trying to see. It looks like I used double-sided tape. So let's just go ahead and put all our double-sided tape down, and then we'll take it all off. So I need to cut several more pieces, because these pieces are going to go on the fronts of each score, so that we can put our little square pieces down. And then once we do this, we'll decorate our little square pieces. So basically on every score, including this bottom one, you're going to have 4 pieces. So see, you got 1 piece for every score. Okay, so those are all set. I can put that away. And then let's bring all our little pieces over. In your kit, you're going to have 4 little 2x2 squares of paper. So decorating those, what did I do? I pulled a sheet of paper that basically had, it was part of a sheet of paper. Let me see if I can explain it a little better here. They all line up one after the other. Let's see if I can get those in. Okay, this is upside down. It's upside down because you can see this is upside down. But all of those pieces were on the same sheet of paper. And just like these were all on the same sheet of paper, so you can see how all of the stitching lines up as they go down. So that's what I was trying to do on this one. So let's do it. Let's do it this way. I'm going to turn these all sideways, back the way they were. There we go. And then we're going to start to put these on the little squares. So I cut these exactly. Oh, my glue is starting to dry up a little bit. All right, let's try this. Let's try this. If I need to, you know what? let's just use, let's do some green glue so we can get to this a little faster. Okay, so we have all these little pieces, and let's get these all on first. It's going to cover up each little square. And some glue. While I am doing this, I just want to say that right now, y'all know I regularly do fundraisers for people, not people, but you know, I love dogs and cats, love all animals. And in the past, I've done it for a dog rescue group, but right now I have a Pampered Chef fundraiser going on that is going to benefit Baird Cat Sanctuary. And I know if y'all have followed me for a while, I've probably mentioned it on one of my lives before, the cat sanctuary that I visited not too far from my house. So we have a Pampered Chef fundraiser happening right now. There's 2 links in the event description. Let me highlight something really, really quick. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. There's going to be a link in the event description for the Facebook group, and there you can participate, potentially win some prizes. But if you're not interested, or if you're not on Facebook, there's also another link for the online party where you can go order directly. And as long as you use that link, the Cat Sanctuary will get credit for your order. And I'm doing it right now because it's double fundraising dollars for organizations. So the Pampered Chef is doubling the amount of money they are contributing to the fundraisers. Okay, so that's why I'm doing that. So if you need some Pampered Chef and you want to help support a good cause, go place your orders. Go place your orders. Get you some kitchen stuff. All right. So now I want to make sure that when I go to put everything down, like especially this adhesive on this piece right here, that it lines up and it's not catching on any of these other pieces. Okay. So that's kind of right in the middle. And now I'm going to go ahead and take off this piece right here so I can expose that adhesive and get this down. Okay, but I do want to make sure it's straight. Okay, so this waterfall piece is not going anywhere. And now we have, we're going to find out if it catches. We're going to find out if it still catches. All right, so let's take off. You know what I did on the other one? I did distress the edges, so let's do some distressing. Let's keep it consistent here. And then let me line up, because I want to line these back up. That one goes there. Top, that. All right, let's do it that way. Okay, and we'll start on the bottom. All right, so let's do a little distressing around the edge just so we can keep it consistent, and it'll help cover up any of those white edges if I didn't cut my paper exactly in line with the square piece. So let's take that off, and we're going to put this piece down first. It goes literally directly on that square piece. But don't cover the fold, the score line part. And then let's do this one. So let's get some ink on the edge of that one. This is something I could have already done these pieces just to speed it up, but we're going to do this from beginning to end. Okay, so now let's take off that piece. And then let's put this piece down right on top of it. It's going to be covering up part of the next piece, which is fine. And then this piece goes on next. They don't have to match. That's just me because I used the same piece of paper, the same 2-inch strip of paper, and that's how the paper was. And I'll show you what I'm talking about from the paper pad. Okay. So let's do that one. And then let me show you what I was talking about from the paper pad. Let me find the paper. Basically it's paper like this, where it's got stitches in between. So if you cut it, you're going to get images from, you know, from other pieces that are on there. And just looking kind of like that. You don't see stitches on that one, but anyway, y'all see what I mean. All right, so let's get this next one down. Take that off. And yeah, let's do that one. Talking to myself. All right, so let's get that one down next. And then we're going to do the last one, which I like that yellow gingham. I like these colors. I like all of the different images, designs. I like it all. Okay, so that just gives a little to that edge as far as distressing it. And now let's take this last one off and then put this one on the very top. So you can get creative with what you want to, with what you want to see. Okay, so let's close that up. And then now basically everything else around it is just decoration. But before I do that, let's go ahead and do, because these are the, I have yeah, just these 2 pieces that are left. And I'm going to hope that I stamp it straight on this piece. This is just part of the paper. That's the back side of the paper. And I wanted to be able to use that scrap just because it had lines on it. So we are going to stamp just a simple happy birthday. And let me see. Oh my goodness, y'all. I hope I get this straight because this is not a photopolymer stamp set. Oh, it did. Yay. I'll show you. Look, I actually did it right on the lines with a red rubber stamp. Yay me, right? All right, so let's get some glue. Where's my green glue? Oh, I put it away. Let's get some glue on here. This is a little faster than my gun. I really think I'm getting low on my glue, so I have to take a look at that later. Okay, so let's get that flipped over. And I cut a piece of that blue cardstock because I had some scraps. And we're going to mat that right in the center. We're going to go ahead and do this for the inside of our card. So let's go ahead and do the inside, and then we'll decorate the outside. And then let's get some green glue. We want everything to be flat on the inside. And put that right in the middle. We're going to use some stickers on here. So let's get some stickers. We can be random because in that 12 by 12 paper collection pack, we had a whole sheet of stickers. So let's use, oh my goodness, so much to choose from. There's so much to choose from. Let's use some flowers. Let's use some flowers and stickers so they're flat. And then let's use a ladybug. We'll use a ladybug up here, this top corner, just to soften a couple of those edges up. Okay, so that's the inside. So it'll be able to fold flat. And then now let's decorate the outside. This is the fun part, guys. I got some chipboard pieces that are left over, and we can just go crazy with this. And it's not going to matter if we use chipboard on the side because it already has some dimension, as you can see, when you close it flat. So you can still mail this. It might be a little on the thicker side, and you might have to pay a little bit more in postage, but you can still get away with chipboard. And we're going to use a star. Let's put a star that'll fit right there to fill in that little area. We have that little bingo card peeking out. We're only going to use one piece of chipboard, but we're going to use, you can decorate your waterfall however you want to decorate it. And let's do some stickers. Let's do celebrate on that one. Let's use smile. Let's use smile. So you can get creative with the stickers. We need a heart. Look, there's a gingham heart. Let's use a heart. Got a gingham heart. Let's use the gingham heart right here on that little piece. And we want something else. What are we going to use? Let's use the sticker that says memories or days like these. Let's use days like, is that long enough? Or is that too long? Oh, that's too long. That's okay. Let's put that sticker back and find something a little less wide. Memories is the same. Can't use the bingo one. Well, we have a wasp or a bee. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's put them. Oh, I don't want to put two stickers that close to each other. Let's put him on the top. Let's put another sticker right there. We need something right here. Let's use beautiful. No, I want something delightful. We need something that has a little background that stands out. Okay, so you can get creative with how you want to decorate, especially if you have stickers or more chipboard. Those are all the pieces. Let me look at my chipboard pieces one more time. Oh, there's a little ladybug. Let's use a ladybug chipboard piece. Let's put the ladybug over here on this side. Okay, just right there. But you can see all of the different chipboard pieces, which would be great for scrapbook pages. And then what do I have next? I have some sparkles. Let's do some sparkles because I ran out of the enamel gems that that match. So let's get some sparkles on here. Let's put one up here. I want to put one. Let's put one right there on the head. I don't know if you can see that from the side, but there's a butterfly head peeking out of that side. We can put one right there, and then let's put one right up here. And I think we'll. I need some down here. Okay, we want an odd number, but we also want to space them out. So let's do another one. Let's put one up here. We have plenty of depth for using stuff like that because of the waterfall piece. Okay, now let's test the waterfall. Let's test the waterfall. Let's pull this out. Oh, you know what? I probably should have put that so close. All right, let's see. I don't want that to interfere. Let's see. I had to move that over a little bit. Okay, because remember the whole point is for nothing to interfere with the sliding piece. So we're going to grab it by, and I might have to move that too. Oh my goodness, you guys. And then just pull it down, and each piece kind of folds back into each other. And then to close it, well, if it catches, just turn it sideways a little bit like it's doing right now and push it back forward. So yeah, it's still catching a little bit. I'm thinking washi tape probably would have been best. So let's move. That's way too close to that corner right there. Let's move that down that way. Same thing. Even though I wanted to put one right there on that butterfly, let's just put another one over here. And it's still spaced out. And then my chipboard's not interfering with that sliding part. That's the part you want to make sure that it doesn't interfere. So it's a nice little pretty waterfall. It's still catching on that little corner there. But if you turn it sideways a little bit and push it up, then it goes back up. Whew, you guys. All right, let me catch up. Let me see. Okay, I don't know who that is from YouTube, but love you too. But anyway, that is the waterfall card kit from Photoplay. This is a waterfall card, has enough supplies for 3 cards, has all the measurements. As you can see, they have their own version on the back of their packaging, how they decorated it, because you can use any paper. That's just it. You can use any paper to decorate your waterfall. Pull that down. This was my original one, the one on the left. So yeah, I'm gonna point this out. If you get this kit at this point right here at the bottom of this fold, it's going to be best to put some washi tape, because this piece of paper, I should have measured it a little bit longer so that it was a seamless piece, even though you've got that score line there. That'll help with it pushing through both ways. It'll be a lot more smoother. So that's just a suggestion, a big suggestion that's going to make a huge difference, right? But there is the waterfall card. As you can see, they sort of look alike, but not quite, just because of the different papers that you can use. This is very vintagey, right? See, I've got that extra little gap there because I put that 2 overlapping pieces of paper, but what I did still didn't fix it the way I wanted it to. So, but the good thing is this kit does come with 3 cards. So this extra class, wherever I put it, it's probably under something right now. The extra pieces, you can get the kit and keep one and use it for a template for other cards so that you can continue to make this design. It's a very easy design. It's all about the matter of how it's assembled so that when things start moving, your moving parts are moving. Everything kind of slides back the way it's supposed to. Okay. And once you keep doing it a little more, it may open it up, but definitely it's got a little bit of dimension to it. So it's kind of like a thick envelope. Probably get away with like 2 postage stamps with that, but yeah. So that is the card kit for today. And let me log into my, got to log back in. Let me log back into my spin a wheel and pull these up. And then let me share my screen. Where's StreamYard? Where's StreamYard? Share screen. There we go. All right. Last week was what? July 28th. All right. So let's pull up. Okay, we got that. And the prize, here it is. I knew I had put it underneath something. The prize is going to be the 3rd card pieces already cut for you and die cut for you for the waterfall card. So you can decorate this however you want to decorate it with whatever favorite paper you might have. So it's just the pieces, but it is the 3rd set from this particular kit. And I have a cat by me, so hopefully he won't jump up here. So let's shuffle these slices here. So thank you to everybody that liked, commented, and shared, whether it was the original YouTube video, the replay, or whether it was on Facebook as well. So let's give away this waterfall card kit that has 1 card, the pieces for 1 card. You see what I say. So let's give that. Who's it going to be? cat coat. Congratulations, Pat. Congratulations. And then let me get to the other one here while I still have my screen. And July shares. So let's shuffle these. If you shared any of my videos in the month of July, which your name could be on here multiple times, if you shared every single video or you shared every single post, whatever it was, your name is on here. And what is the prize? The prize is going to be a $20 gift certificate to Honeybee Stamps. I thought I had the little, maybe I took it down, but that's what the prize is. It's going to be a $20 gift certificate to Honeybee Stamps. So that's my thank you to you for sharing my videos. And let's give that away. Who is the lucky winner? Mary Sanders. Congratulations, Mary. Let me stop sharing. Get back into StreamYard. Mary won like a couple of months ago, I think it was. So congratulations, Mary. You have what it is when you win the gift card. I get it online and it gets emailed to you. So if you ever win a gift card, you'll have to look in your email box from the company for your e-gift card. So, and it's a code that you use. So when you go find something you want and you go to checkout, if there's some kind of a coupon code area, you just plug it in there and it takes that dollar amount off of your, off the total that you owe. Okay. Yep. A cat just jumped on me. A cat just jumped on me. Thank you, Donna. Yes, congrats, ladies. Congrats. Let me see. Is there anything else I need to say before we go? We are almost to the hour mark. Other than stay tuned for the fall folio project. Yep, a cat's jumping up behind me. It's Bino. He's looking for a lap, but he's deciding to squeeze in where my behind ends and the chair ends. So he's making biscuits right now. Y'all can't see it, but he's making biscuits. But coming fall, my paper should be here literally any day now. It's going to be the folio album project for the fall featuring Sweater Weather. It's one of Echo Park's newest paper collections. And there's a lot in this collections, you guys. So there is a blog link out there. The page doesn't have a whole lot of information on it because I'm waiting for my paper to come in so I can finish plugging in the rest of what needs to get plugged in. But just keep a lookout for registration to open for the fall folio project. So if you've got some nice fall pictures and you want to be able to gift a fall album to somebody, you might want this class. So stay tuned for that. This is the folio album that we'll be using. It is Photoplay's Folio 3 style. Y'all have done the brag book and I think the Folio 4 style in the past. And this one looked like it was probably the best one to do a fall album for. So this is more of a vertical album as opposed to like a square or a 6x8 size. So this one's pretty tall, but it has some moving parts in there as well. So you'll want to stay tuned for that. And then also, if you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go subscribe. This picture needs to be updated, but I am like super close to 1,000 subscribers. So I've also been online since I think 2019, right before the pandemic. So it's taken a little while and we're growing over there on YouTube. So if you're not already subscribed, go subscribe. Make sure you turn on your bell notifications so that you know when I upload a video or I go live. And then also Don't forget about the class kit for the month of August using the same paper that I used today. It's the Linen Market, the Simple Vintage Linen Market paper collection by Simple Stories. And then also just a reminder, with my rewards program, when you buy 10 kits from me, you do get your 11th kit for free. So there's a card, there's a blog post that you can go print out that card, keep track of it. You do have to keep track of it. I don't keep track of it over here, but once you've gotten 10 class kits from me, you get your 11th one for free. So that is it for today. Thank you so much, Carol. That is it for today. Look, oh, waterfall card. Gotta work on it a little bit more. I wanted it to open and close a little more smoothly, but y'all get the drift. So it is a little tricky in some areas where you do want to make sure maybe not pull it out all the way. That's the key. Just don't pull it out all the way, especially if it's just decorated. But you can also do some stamping, put some more stickers there if you wanted to cover up that little piece. You could do that as well. But on the inside, we did decorate it. It says happy birthday on the inside. And also my other one said happy birthday as well, but it was a different piece of paper and some stickers that I used. So yeah, you can get really creative with this. And Mary Sanders, it has a kit coming her way since she won last week's the drawing for last week. So you've got some pieces coming to make one card coming your way, Mary. So keep a lookout for those in your mail. And other than that, thank you all for joining me this Sunday afternoon, wherever you're at. Let me do this. Where is it? Where is it? There we are. Y'all can't see this, but I have a cat right there. Did y'all hear him? Beano, where's his head? Oh, his head's over here. Look, see, I got a cat. He likes sitting in this area back here. Right, Bean? Right, Bean? I don't know why he does, but he does. He just creeps in there. It's a nice little warm, cozy spot, especially if I'm sitting here for a while. You know, so he can come over here and hang out with me. But thank you for joining me. Have a great rest of your Sunday wherever you're at. I hope you enjoyed the waterfall card. I hadn't done one in years. When I say years, y'all, oh my goodness. If I had to think back really hard, it was in the mid 2000s when I did a waterfall card. So it's been a while. But this kit made it very, very easily because I didn't have to figure out the dimensions or anything like that. So that's why I like some of these kits because they're easy and they do all the hard work for us. We just have to be creative when it comes to decorating. So have a great rest of y'all Sunday, wherever you're at. And we will see you all next Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. By then, I most likely will have more foster babies because I don't have any babies right now, but I've seen the list and there's still lots of kittens that are coming in. So I will have some guests next week. So we're looking forward to that. And I have to pump myself up because that's at the point where I get almost no sleep, feeding babies every 2 to 3 hours. So fun times. But y'all have a great rest of y'all Sunday. Bye, y'all.